Hello kids, how are you? This is your teacher, Mr. Robert Mendoza, and in this opportunity, I will explain about the three properties of addition. When we talk about addition, we need to know that there are three properties: the commutative property of addition, the associative property of addition, and the identity property of addition. So, what is the commutative property of addition? It means the order in which numbers are added does not change the sum. Examples: if you add 4 plus 1, it will be 5. And if you change the order of these addends, like 1 plus 4, the sum, the result, will still be 5. Okay, so this is commutative. It is just when you change the order of the addends. Now, the associative property of addition means the way in which numbers are grouped when added does not change the sum. So one characteristic, if we see the examples, is that the associative property has parentheses, these symbols here, and the parentheses show which numbers are added first. That's why we call it the associative, because we associate addends inside a parenthesis. For example, look, 5 plus 2 plus 3. First, we solve the numbers inside the parenthesis. 5 plus 2 equals 7, and then we continue adding 7 plus 3, which is 10. Now, what happens if we change the association of these numbers? Let's imagine that we have 5 plus parenthesis, 2 plus 3 parenthesis. So we first solve 2 plus 3 equals 5, and 5 plus 5 equals 10. Notice that the sum, the result, is also the same. So changing the association of digits will not change, if the digits are the same, will not change the sum. Okay? And finally, we have the identity property of addition, which is the sum of any number and 0 is the number. For example, if you add 8 plus 0, the result will be the same. That's why we call it identity property, will be 8. And if you add 0 plus 8, the result, the sum, will still be 8. So remember kids, three properties of addition: the commutative property, the associative property, and the identity property. Now, I need to explain the homework. For this week, if you go to the platform, you need to go in order, okay? Remember, activity 1 is always a video. Watch it. You click here and you watch. You listen to this song that tells you about the three properties of addition. Here you will practice. When you do activity 1, then you go to activity 2, and here it's this video, okay? The teacher's explanation. Yes, it's important that you read the instruction. Then we go to activity 3, and please kids, read the instruction. Okay, the instruction for this week is to solve pages 65, 71, and 77. You will need to do 3 pages of my math book. And remember to send a photo in the platform. Okay, you will need to send a photo. Where do you send the photo of these 3 pages? Okay, after you finish, okay, I will show you where you send. This is week number 7, okay? You go to week number 7 here, notice, and you send your homework here. Send your homework here. The photos of pages 65, 71, and 77 here. Yes? Don't forget that. So do not do the homework. My recommendation is this, kids. Do not do the homework if you don't watch the video. Watch the videos, do the homework, activity 3, and finally you have the quiz. Okay, I usually put a Kahoot challenge quiz. So you just click here and you solve this quiz. Remember kids, it's important to do the quizzes because they are like review tests. and I take them into account for your grades. Okay, so do the Kahoot quiz to practice. Now let's do an example of page 65. Okay, so on page 65 the instruction says complete each number sentence, identify the property or rule used. So 85 plus 0 is 85, example number 1. And the instruction says, kids, that we need to identify the property. So if we come back to properties, remember that the identity property of addition is when you sum any number with 0. So here we write identity property because look, 85 plus 0 is 85, and this is the identity property when you sum a number with 0. So you do the same in the others. You solve the addition and you tell if that property is commutative, associative, or identity. Okay, that's page 65. Let's see an example of 71. I will do only one example of each page and you will do the rest on your own. Okay, so here it says write each number 100 less than 877. Remember, kids, that when you see the word less, it means you make a subtraction. Less is menos. Subtract. Okay? So I do a subtraction here. Look. 877 minus 100. Because this number ends in 0, I will just write 8 minus 1, which is 7. Okay, and then because this is the identity property, I will write just the 7. I will copy the 7 because we know that 7 minus 0 will be 7. So the sum of this is 7. The subtraction of this number is 777. Okay, now look at the example number 2. It says 10,000 more than 6,310. So this is easy. I will just give you a key element. You need to look at the thousands. Look, 10,000, and you look at this 6,000. If you add, because this number is 000 and we are going to use the identity property, you only add, and it says more. Remember, more means addition. Yes, it means mass. So if you add the thousands, 10,000 plus 6,000 is 16,000. All right, it's easy. Look, I'm using the identity property. And then because these are zeros, you copy the same number. So the sum will be 16,310. So easy when you apply the properties of addition. You do the rest. Okay, I gave you 2 examples in this page. Let's go now to page 77. Okay, here, okay, let me see. Yeah, here it says make a 10, 100, or 1,000 to mentally add. So this is the original addition. Look, 118 plus 203. What we are gonna do is to make these numbers a 10. I will use the strategy of using a 10. How can I make a 10? So I need to transform the number 18 to 20. So I will add 2. Look, 118 plus 2 equals 120. These 2 that I added here, I will subtract it to the other number. 203 minus 2 equals 201. And then I will use that to make my mental addition. Okay, we are practicing with this strategy, mental addition. So 120 plus 201, look, if I add 200 plus 100, that is 300. And then I will add 20 plus 1, 21. Final result, 321. So this strategy is making a 10. Look, I make a 10 here by adding 2, and I need to subtract the same number in the other addend, and then I can easily add. So you apply this strategy in the other exercises, and that's it, kids. Okay, remember, you will need to do 3 pages: 65, 71, and 77. Okay, and remember that you will need to send photos of this homework. Okay, so goodbye, we will continue practicing in class. Bye bye.